on your Thursday morning right here on PMN New. That is mine. It is me here hanging out with you for your new days. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Thursday morning. I would like to welcome into the PMN New studio. We have got skills update students here, Lisa and Sia. How are we?
Good, thanks.
Good. You guys must be like, man, Sia always keeps asking us. That's probably like the 10th time I've asked you that this morning. Eh? But I just keep asking so because I know you guys are feeling a little bit nervous, but that's alright. Like I said, we're gonna just go with the flow. And what's the other one that says something about your boat float? They're saying you. Anyways, they are here from Skills Update. Skills Update is a institute tertiary where you can go and study courses. But I believe at the moment you ladies are about to graduate from Health and Wellbeing.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I just ask you a little bit for what exactly does it mean when you are studying Health and Wellbeing course at Skills Update?
Well, as for me, studying at Skills Update, it really helps a lot. I'm currently working now at Heyman Care under Pupa at Weary, and being a caregiver it's kind of challenging, and it's a rewarding job as well. But with Skills Update, the course that I'm taking, my tutor has encouraged me a lot. With lots of things that I've learned from it. Even that I've been a caregiver for almost 7 years, some of the things that I wasn't aware of that I shouldn't be doing at work, but at my course that I've learned a lot how you deal with people, especially with people with challenging behavior. You get to know them, you need to know what they're like, you need to read their care plans and stuff like that. So it's a pretty rewarding course.
And how long does the course for Health and Wellbeing, as Lisa has just said, it also relates to aged care. They've got, shout out to Lynn as well, who was their tutor, who's in the studio with us here at PMNU. Lynn, you said before, it doesn't just mean it's aged care, right? Like if it's somebody who's looking after someone who may be disabled, that it's pretty much a broad range when you're saying health and well-being. How about yourself, Sia? What were you doing before you actually did health and well-being at Skills Update?
I came from the States, so I lived there for 15 years and came back in 2017, end of 2017, and I was doing aged care. So I was doing like home care. I think I did it for, I don't know, since I was 24. So I left when I was 20.
Yeah.
So I started at 24, age 24. And then I did it all the way up until I came back. I'm like 36, 35 when I came back. But towards the end, I was looking after my dad. He was terminal cancer. And it was hard. I think it's hard when you look after your parents, especially being a Pacific Islander.
I think also being a female Pacific Islander, the expectations are a lot bigger than if you were a Pacific Island boy looking after your parents. Let's be honest, they're just going to go outside and be like, later mom, later dad, I'll come back after my night out or whatever.
I think for me, I had a few boundaries that I didn't want to go with my dad because it's my dad. If it was my mom, it's a different story.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was hard, but then, I was kind of like, I have to do it. I have to suck it up. This is my dad. This is my dad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about yourself as well, Lisa? You were saying with aged care, you've been doing that for about 7 years now. We were talking a little bit off air as well. You said you moved here to New Zealand and you're already doing aged care prior, eh? What's the difference of doing aged care overseas, where you were, and coming into here before you went, before everything else you learnt at Skills?
Well, apparently when I moved here, I wasn't a caregiver. When I moved from Samoa in 2012, and then the first job that I've been taking was as being a caregiver. But then because I used to work in Wellington for 3 years, one of the rest home in Porirua. So when I moved up here in 2015, I applied and worked at Heyman up until now.
Yep.
But then I have friends recently who graduated from the course that I'm taking now.
Nice. Congrats to them.
Yes. And I know that she's one of Sia's classmate from last year. Her name is Fawa.
Yeah.
So she's currently working with me. And when she came for work experience, I happened to train her. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if you're working as a caregiver for more than 10 or whatever years, 15 years. It doesn't mean that you know every single thing about
Yeah.
it. But ever since I've been taking this course, that I've learned a lot from it. Like I learned how to manage my time and be compassionate. I mean, you need to emphasize, be empathy to the residents that you're looking
Yeah.
after.
Can I ask as well? Okay, so we've talked about what you guys were doing prior to enrolling with Skills Update. How did you actually hear about Skills Update and their health and well-being? Because like, hey, there's something I can take to update my skills. Dry. You get what I mean? I was trying to be funny there with the name of the school, but I was like, anyways, how did you hear about Skills Update?
Well, I heard it on, I mean, I saw it on Facebook. I was just checking my Facebook and then I saw Skills Update. But I know I have friends that used to go there, like I said about my friend Fawa.
Yeah.
So I was just looking it up. And then the next day I rang Jessica and I spoke with her. She was really friendly, very helpful lady. She was really nice to me. And on that same week, it was supposed to be the week the course started. But I haven't been to the class. I just went on Tuesday because I was late.
Did you get island time, Lisa? So you got to go on the Tuesday?
Yes,
Yep.
yes. So I went and filled up the form and took everything. And Jessica said that I need to come the next day for the class. So,
Shout out to Jessica. I like that she reminded you.
she was a very nice lady. She's really good. And then I went to class on Tuesday, and then my tutor is Lynn. She's here today. Up until now, I'm still going to class every Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's really helpful. In regards to what I'm doing, I'm actually working as a caregiver. But the course that I'm taking, it's like it expand the knowledge and the skills that I learned from it. Like not only that there's some certain things that being a caregiver that we tend to shortcut doing the shortcuts. But you need to learn that there's some basic ways that you need to follow the procedures and stuff like that.
So doing the health and well-being with working in the aged care that you're currently doing at the moment there, Lisa. So from my understanding, so as you said, coming over from Samoa over here, you've learned other new procedures and I guess would you say standards as well that have expanded not only your knowledge, but I guess does it also help your work ethic as being an aged carer?
Yes,
Yep.
definitely.
For you, Sia, how did you hear about Skills Update?
My auntie, my mom's sister, told me about it because she was an ex-student of Lynn's.
Yeah.
So she kind of brought along the idea that, since you did it in America, kind of continue it on and then broaden, have all the avenues that you can and the knowledge behind it. So, yeah, jumped on it and then
Here you are.
here I am.
You're about to graduate as well, eh?
Yeah. This year.
Congratulations, that's
Thank you.
exciting. Looking forward to graduate. I'm sure as Lynn, their tutor who's sitting here in the studio, it's nice to see your students come and go through with the course. Because, when we spoke with Vinny, we're talking about the journey during the course. Like, how do the tutors, how is the school community like within Skills Update, your Skills Update family? How do you guys help each other? Or what support do you get from your tutors?
She was pretty supportive. She was kind of like, she made, learning a lot fun, a lot more fun, a lot easier. We did like the hands-on thing and then,
Does that help? Being more hands-on with stuff?
I think to me it does. I like to kind of get in there instead of just sitting in class and just writing and writing. So I prefer the hands-on and that's what I liked. That's what I loved about the whole course.
Yeah. Does that apply the same to you though, Lisa?
Yeah, it
More
does.
hands-on? Do you think maybe it's a Pacific thing? That we have to be hands-on to understand things more?
Yeah, maybe because we're a little bit too
yeah.
touchy.
Yeah.
We wanna just
Yeah.
get into things.
I mean, do you
don't
find
know.
that, Lynn, with your Pacific students? Are they more...
I don't think it's so much just Pacific students. I think it's when you're looking after somebody, it is hands-on.
Oh, okay.
And
So,
once you become that person, you know how it is to be touched and how it is to
yeah. all that kind of stuff. So if you can't hear Lynn in the background, you know what we've just asked her, and Lynn said pretty much because it comes with the territory of the job, that's pretty much the only way to learn. So with the course information, who would you recommend takes the health and well-being course? If it's someone looking after, Sia, you've shared your story, you were looking after your terminally ill dad. Lisa was already doing aged care prior to this. If we think to our listeners, if there's anyone looking after their mum, their dad, or maybe it's just something they've been sitting in their mind, who would you recommend, hey, come in and at least give it a go?
Well, to me, I recommend anybody that, have the confidence to look after your families, and work as a caregiver as well. I mean, it's for anyone. It's not specifically for somebody who's working as aged care.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing, like if they're willing to come in and work as a caregiver and need to know and need to learn about it, but I think it's for everybody.
With so because I know for these two ladies, for Lisa and Sia, you guys are specifically in the aged care. What's the word? Like in aged care. Can you give us a bit of a picture? What is like the daily life of a aged care worker? Like for me, this is my routine. I come in, I eat breakfast, and then I sit on Facebook till I start work. Like what's the routine like for you guys as aged carers?
Well, mentality, I think me is physically and mentality. Being a caregiver, you need to go and work well. You need to get good exercise, and especially like for me, it's mentality when you're dealing with residents with challenging behavior. But daily routine, you go there. You don't just go there and do the job. No, you have to attach with the residents. Not only you're doing grooming, like showering, giving them cares. The ADLs, we call it ADLs. It's like everyday living, daily activities.
Oh, okay. Which some of us take for granted, eh?
Yeah.
Now that I sit here and think about it.
I think you'll know what it's like when you go and see what they're doing, but that you help them, like you encourage them with their mobility as well, because some of them they can lose their independence, and that makes them really frustrated.
Yeah.
Sometimes we tend to talk to them or patronize them, but they're like people like us. They used to be like have their mobility, they used to walk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But being a caregiver, you go and help them, assist them. Not to do with whatever you want, but they have choices as well. Like you have to ask them what they want, what they like to do, what they want to wear.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff
So you
like
kind of
that.
get to know your residents.
Yes.
That you with the skills update health and well-being course. What sort of things did you learn in there that you were able to take and transfer with you into the workforce?
Well, as for me, as how you're dealing with residents with.
Oh, okay, so that was a big part of the course that helped you.
It really does. Not only that, but moving and handling, how you move people around, because I know there are a lot of people that works in aged care that, and that's why they have lots of elderly have bruises and skin tears. But with the courses that I'm taking, I've learned a lot. Like kind of techniques with manual and handling, we've already done that. But with people with challenging behavior that usually have Alzheimer's, dementia, like you get to talk to them, not just like go in and do whatever you want to do. But it doesn't matter if they don't understand or don't talk, but you need to acknowledge them.
Yeah.
Tell them what you're doing before you do something.
I like to see the passion in that because, I'm not gonna lie. Especially over the last year, we've seen like a really negative impact on some of our aged care workers, not just in New Zealand, but throughout the world. And to see you guys actually have passion and you're saying, man, you got to understand. It doesn't matter what state or their mentality or anything like that, but to know that the passion and that you actually care about your residents. Can I ask as well for you, Sia, because I believe you're the one that's about to graduate first out of the two of you. Do you look at furthering your health and wellbeing study with skills update after your graduation?
Yeah.
Or what is your plan?
Well, I want to go back to school. I think I'll probably look more into enrolled nursing.
Okay, what would the difference be?
I think it's more knowledge, right? More broader, like there's more avenues, like more options that you can kind of choose from.
Okay, with the enrolled nursing.
Yeah.
So with your course that you've taken up at Skills Update, you know, a lot of people always sit there and think, oh, I wonder what time the course and the class runs from. What is the course like? Is it full time? Is it part time? Is it like 9 to 10? I mean, 9 to 9 to 5. What are the course times and stuff?
Yeah, well, my one was part time, so it was every Wednesday and Thursday.
Yep.
Evenings, 4:30 to 8.
In the evening.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can take evening classes.
Yeah.
That's handy for someone out there who might want to still keep their day job and then still study in the evening. Can you
Yeah.
take the course full time?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's starting up full time.
Yeah.
Starting up full time very shortly. So if anyone would like to look at joining with the health and wellbeing or any other courses that Skills Update does have to offer as well, you can head on over to their website, which is skillsupdate.az.nz. I'm so sorry, I did remember it. Stefan's gonna be like, Sia, man, you already said this last time. But I want to say thank you to the ladies, to Sia, to Lisa, to Lynn, as well as Stefan. Again, health and wellbeing is the course that the two ladies have been taking. I want to also take a time to acknowledge our listeners that are tuning in on the Facebook. Kathy Lotte says, Lotte is a Skills Update, ex-student Skills Update. She did pre-defense force and now is an officer. That's really nice to have you guys come on through. Davina, Danya, and Frank as well. Can I have a shout out to my cousin in the right? That must be your cousin. Frank Wati?
Oh, yeah.
Frank
yeah,
Wati.
Yeah.
There you go, Frank. There is your shout out. But I'd like to thank the ladies for coming in today to PMN New Studio. All the best as your journey continues.
Thank you.
Thank
Remember me when you have your graduation feed, okay?
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, I'll tell the cheaters. Remember me, guys. But that is us. I will let Sia and Lisa go now. Thank you for tuning in. And if you've just missed the interview, you can find it on facebook.com/New FM. PMNU. I'm so confused this morning. Anyways, let's get right back into it. It is Tyson Tyler, To Be King. You are tuned into the Beautiful Pacific right here on PMNU.